Welcome back to PlayStation Corner. My name is Alex and it's time for my weekly look at 10 digital deals under $10 covering PlayStation stores in the US, Canada, UK, EU and Australia. As always, I couldn't stick to just 10 games, it's actually 12 this week, but there's a nice mix here of relatively new, some classics and some that are simply a little more obscure. So hit subscribe, join our growing PlayStation family and let's get started. So first up, with the clear success of It Takes Two, I wanted to revisit their previous title, A Way Out. Like their other work, it's a seriously interesting spin on the idea of co-op. In fact, this one, it's exclusively co-op, so there's no single player at all. I actually picked it up completely unaware of this, it caught me off guard, and then it took me about a month to get around to playing it. Here though, you'll be helping Leo and Vincent break out of prison, and do not worry about picking up 2 copies of the game. To get a friend involved with this one, you just send them an invite from the main menu and it is then completely free for them to play. 70% off here though, it matches the all-time low. While I'm on co-op then, a fantastic option is Biped. It's got a new all-time low. Now the general sale here is 41% off, but if you are a PS Plus member, you can add an extra 5% to that number. This one though, it's local co-op only, no online play at all, but I played this one over on the Switch and I absolutely adored it. Pixar-like visuals, channeling kind of like, WALL-E. You control a robot each and need to overcome increasingly challenging obstacles. The catch though, you control the robot's 2 legs independently, challenging at first, but it quickly feels very natural. This one though, it supports single player as well, and that adventure there is entirely different. It's very unique stuff. Fight fans then, Soul Calibur 6, I'm not sure how much I really need to say about this one. It's a classic fighting experience at this point. It's well known for its kind of like movement, you can sidestep your way around your opponent, but it looks and plays great in this build. Throw in then a ton of modes like story, arcade, training, online, and I think it will be easy to get your money's worth with this one with the current 85% off. That is a new all-time low for this game. Being the PlayStation version then as well, each console received an exclusive character. For us, that was Geralt of Witcher fame. On Witcher then actually, Witcher 3 Complete Edition is back on sale, and this is only the second time we've ever seen this 80% drop. Now when we talk about value for money, this is about as big as they come, with potentially hundreds of hours of adventure ahead of you as it bundles not only the base game but all DLC too, and that is a lot of DLC. As action RPGs go though, for me this is easily one of the best ever made, and the world is stunning just to explore, and then the cast and the story about as good as they get as you track down the Child of Prophecy. Alright, so on the back of that, let's go for a classic RPG with some action elements. Shenmue 1 and 2, it's rocking 70% off. We spoke to Shenmue 3 last week, the controversial follow-up, which I kickstarted personally, and if you just want to play the originals instead, this is a great price as we kind of set off on the adventure to uncover the mystery behind the murder of your father. It's a HD upgrade, so it looks and feels dated, to be completely honest with you, but look, if you like your Dreamcast era games, this is a must play, and it's one of my personal favourite games of all time. Deus Ex Mankind Divided is getting on, but it's still a fantastic game if you like your action RPGs, and the majority of this one you will find the experience to be first person outside of the occasional stealth moments. The gameplay is good though, and I cannot deny my love for cyberpunk-like designs, and this one just captures a lot of that as you take on this role of Adam Jensen, a mechanically augmented human who is hated by society but must work to uncover a conspiracy. 85% off, we see this price pretty frequently, but look, honestly, I've spent more on a cup of coffee than this price, so I think it's worth the shout outs. So a couple more unusual ones now then. Stories Untold is a lesser known Devolver digital release, The Kings of Indie. It's a narrative driven experimental adventure that gives hints of, I think, almost mystery, thriller and horror. I thought the gameplay light mechanics were unique though, and I can't deny the nostalgia trip it gives you with its old school 80s vibe. If the artwork looks similar as well, that's because the Stranger Things artist was behind it. This is the game's first ever sale though right now, and it is a monster 75% off. Kona then is also for those of you that like more narrative driven experiences. I think my best description for this one would be Think Firewatch in a snow-covered world. In this one though, you find yourself in northern Canada in the 1970s. It's a slow burner for sure, but I enjoyed the mystery, and it's worth knowing there is also a VR build for like an extra $1 if you do have the kit. I just picked this one up again for myself after first experiencing it on the Nintendo Switch, and honestly I do believe this one it's a bit of a hidden gem. A slow burner then, but that is Ash of the Gods, a strategy game influenced by the likes of Banner Saga. It can be challenging at points, this one, and it focuses a whole lot on story, so expect a lot of reading. But at this price, I think you can be happy with 80% off. The visuals are stunning. The story, it's a fun ride, even if I do wish they'd gone maybe even deeper. And then these smaller scale tactical battles, they are great fun. It's also intense as well, because if a character here dies, they end up coming back, so you're always kind of on edge, especially, you know, when it's one of your favourite characters. Alright, so our final 3 games of the week then, we're starting with MotoGP 20. I'm kind of cheating here, like it's slightly above the $10 title, but if you have PS Plus, gonna come in right below that at $9.99, so I'll take it, as this is rocking a new all-time low with 75% off. It's just a solid racer if you like your MotoGP. The reason it's been reduced in price, it's because the 2021 edition just dropped, but look, if you want the cheap option, this is it, with multiple classes, career, online races. You know, it's just all the trimmings you'd expect from a racer at about a fifth of the price. A quick shout out then for Resident Evil 7 Biohazard. It's back on sale with 50% off, and while we do see this sale pretty frequently at this point, there's not really a better time to mention it with the upcoming Village release. Resident Evil up to this point had almost become more arcade than anything else, but this one for sure brought back the horror, and it's a truly creepy kind of experience as you explore what you believe to be an abandoned farmhouse. It looks great though 4 years later, and for me it was not only a great reimagining of the name, but just a return to form for the quality. The final game of the week then, that is Dragon's Dogma Dark Arisen, and this is for the action RPG fans out there. Now sure, look, it's not as good as Witcher, which we spoke about earlier in the video, but it's for sure not as well known either. Another epic size adventure though. This is a remaster of the 2012 open world experience, and for me it's just still kind of stood the test of time. It's the base game plus expansions, and I loved revisiting it. The freedom this one gives you though is impressive, as you choose from 9 classes and then you set out on this adventure as part of a team. The story though, you're on a quest to take down a dragon, and there's not many things as epic as that, and yeah, it's just well worth this 67% off. And that's it, another week down. Will you be adding anything to the library this week, or saving that cash roll on Returnal later in the week? But until then, I do have Judgment and Nier to keep me busy. Reviews on both coming up very soon. For those new then, not only do we have PlayStation Corner, but we also have a Switch Corner as well, so maybe check that out if you do own a Nintendo Switch. We just surpassed 25,000 subscribers over there, and we've also launched a Twitch as well. On that we jump between PlayStation and Switch. I'll link both of those in the pinned comment down below. But yeah, with that luck, hit subscribe, join our growing PlayStation family, and I'll see you all on the next video. Thanks everyone.